Welcome to Act Out. I'm Eleanor Goldfield, and this is your tipping point. As you can see, we're back in the Devil's Den, and before we talk Britney Spears and cluster bombs, yes, you heard that correctly, before we talk about that, let's talk about this whole Planned Parenthood thing. If you're unaware of what all the hashtags and uproar was about, here's the basic backstory. Anti-abortioners gained access to Planned Parenthood by pretending to be from a medical research company, thereby getting a walkthrough of tissue available for medical research. They videoed this interaction and then released it saying, "Oh, holy fuck, look how horrible these people are. They're aborting babies and then callously handing them over to mad scientists." Now, Planned Parenthood has issues, admittedly, but this isn't one of them. So let's put this all into perspective. First off, using human tissue for medical research is a fuck ton more useful than using animal tissue, because we're human. Cures and medicine for anything from the common cold to Ebola can be found quicker and easier by using things like fetal tissue, also like someone's arm, which brings me to point 2. If I were to see someone's liver or leg lying on a metal bench in a hospital, I wouldn't really find that incredibly pleasing. But does that mean that we should outlaw liver transplants or organ donation? Of course not. There aren't many of us who want to see the inside of a hospital where organs or human tissue is shuffled around, but that doesn't mean it shouldn't happen. 3. You want to talk pro-life? See point 1 again and consider this. Anti-abortioners aren't pro-life, they're pro-birth. You want to bring these babies into a world where you also support war, the fucking death penalty? Where you are against maternity and paternity leave, against childcare, healthcare, proper education. You're for the destruction of the planet and think that climate change is a hoax. No, you're not pro-life. Pro-choicers are pro-life. We believe that every baby born should be respected and nurtured, raised to do the same in turn to this whole twisted planet so that it might be less so. Life doesn't begin at ejaculation. It began billions of years ago and is an ongoing process, as George Carlin once put, way more funny than I just did. Instead of trying to pump out babies any way that you can, try taking care of the ones that are already here. Teach sex ed and safe sex, you sick fucks. Make birth control readily available. Want less abortions? Hand out condoms on the first day of high school. Like abortions, sex will happen. Just look at the Catholic Church. Abstinence works about as well as handing a heroin addict a morphine drip and telling him not to use it. 4. As someone who has had an abortion, I certainly didn't enjoy it, but it was necessary. And I'm not even one of the thousands of women who was impregnated via rape or had to have an abortion to save my own life. And the mere fact that you also think that they should have to give birth is just so overwhelmingly appalling, I find it difficult to even comment on. Women who have abortions don't do it for fun. Women don't walk around saying, "Oh goody, I get to have an abortion today." We do it because we realize, see above point 3, that we can't give a child what it deserves, that this cluster of cells should not become yet another abandoned kid, an unwanted accident, another dumbed-down, pushed-around child left behind. We have too many of those already. When I decide to have children, it will be on terms that show respect to my body, my family, and my community. So, in conclusion, let science progress. If you want to stay in the dark ages, be my guest, but don't inflict your stupidity or your twisted, distorted concept of life onto the rest of us. We have the ability to live in a society where science and technology help us, where difficult decisions are made carefully, with a continuing respect for each other and this planet. Let's give it a try. Now that soapbox commentary aside, Congress attempted to defund Planned Parenthood over this, which makes me wonder, could we defund war if we got images of drone victims? Nope, already tried that. What am I talking about? The attempt to defund Planned Parenthood did fail, but as usual, the battle over women's bodies is far from over. To get involved, check out prochoiceamerica.org and prochoice.org.